The wind clawed at my window all night long. It wandered the fields and howled like a hungry beast. An endless song weaved from all sorts of voices, shrill, gentle, sneery, twisted in the air. They were shouting and laughing and arguing about something. Someone was running through the snow while casting long shadows that would occasionally creep close to my bed. Our house had a mind of its own, the creaky old mind of a building that had seen a lot in its days and were seemingly trying to share its wisdom with the inhabitants. The lonely house faced the forest, and the dark green thicket gazed back with its hollow eyes, rustling, wheezing, swaying back and forth. One would come out and stand at the edge of the forest to reassure themselves there was nobody behind the crooked trees. Fuzzy silhouettes swaying in the wind couldn't possibly do any harm. It's just a play of light and shadow. Just a play. I knew it was just my imagination. I was already 12, after all. Still. Oh no, I'm gonna be reading a lot. Episode 1, The Owl will arrive. Okay. I'm ready. Oh, look at this art! It's beautiful. Hey, put away your book.
Сколько раз говорила, не читай за столом, вредно. Сидишь, сутулился весь.
Oh my gosh, how many times have I told you not to read at the table? It's bad for your health. Look at how slouched you are. Hide? Wait, what? Hide the book? I didn't protest and put the book about Conan the Barbarian aside. I was stuck on a line I couldn't understand after reading it 3 times anyways. Olya? Olya? Oh god. Olya had already finished her breakfast and was munching on some cookies. She was so enthusiastic. She almost looked like your typical girl from commercials.
Пока не съешь, из-за стола не встанешь.
You're not going anywhere until you finish all of it. I, on the other hand, was still trying to drill a hole in the plate with my eyes, as if it will make the porridge disappear. Hazy anxiousness welled up inside, all because of the previous sleepless night, the black forest around our house, and the gloomy wind. The longer I waited, the colder the lumpy white substance became. It looked like a jellyfish from the something Odyssey. I love that show. I wonder how horrifying the bottom of the ocean is. Pretty horrifying. Or how could the black forest is at night? Oh, or how cold the black forest is at night. The spoon fell out of my hand. Mom showered me with a cold glare from her green eyes.
Что я говорила?
What did I say?
Я достану.
I'll get it. Oh, Anton. Antoine? I had 10 seconds to catch my breath before battling the nasty porch once again. I felt around for the spoon. What is this? Carved under the other side of the table. Karina. Karina. Hey, that's my mom's name. I guess she carved it out with something pointy when she was little. She sure was a rascal damaging the furniture like that. She would scold me for a week if I did something similar though. Should I remind her about it? No, she's been in a bit of a bad mood lately. I imagine her being my age, sitting under this table. I wonder, was Mom afraid of the dark back then? Or the sounds coming from the attic? Or the thick forest? Karina. Oh. I imagine my grandma coming to my little mom's room, sitting at the edge of her bed, where Olya sleeps nowadays, and saying this is her soft, smooth voice. Taiga is a special place, little girl. It's watching you closely, sniffing you out, trying to discern what kind of beast you are. Oh, if you're a good sort, it won't abandon you in times of trouble. Well, but if you're a bad apple, it'll grab you by the side and drag you under the ground. And that will be it. Grandma was caring. She never fought with anybody, never yelled, never swore. Those were the times without the maddening screams until late at night, without smashed dishes and mutual accusations. Our parents used to love each other back then. I remember listening in on one of their conversations by chance. They were talking about Grandma getting prepared for her funeral. Oh, she's dead. She already bought a casket. She called it her cute funeral box. It waited for its time in the closet patiently. Oh, it was black, upholstered with meat color. What kind of description? Meat color material on the inside. I saw it when my grandma was getting buried. They couldn't choose a better description. The house didn't change since the time she was alive. Only all the photos were gone. Glass covered with gray faces of my ancestors. They all had a dead but watchful look in their eyes. Oh my gosh, that sentence gave me. I crawled out from under the table. Oya was with her cookies and was looking at my share like a sly woodland creature. She's so cute. Look at her. I turned my gaze toward the frosted window. There were a lot of dark pines outside, but they didn't grab my attention. He's still eating the porridge. The pattern of frost framed a picture on the glass. It's a little wolf. Oh yeah, look, it's a fox. Oh, a fox, my bad. Where? They almost look like those optical illusion thingies they put on the back of student notebooks. A mixture of lines at first glance, but if you blur your vision a little and look at a certain angle, squint, tilt the head. Not outside, on the window, dummy. Look, here's the nose, and here's... Hey, eat up. Oh god. Mom, let us have some fun, bro. Yes, just a moment. I don't see anything. Hurry up. There's not much left. There it is. But it doesn't look like one. But it still doesn't look like one. Huh? You don't see that. And I'm telling you, it does. Nya. So cute. It does. Stop it. These kids, I swear. Now I can't see the fox either. Oh my god, it's gone. It disappeared. Went away. It's a ghost. Only the frosty pattern seems to stretched out. Nettle leaves kept creeping up the glass. Oh my gosh, who's this? Oh, Dad. My dad entered the kitchen with long measured steps. He looks intimidating. I want to have a beard like this guy when I grow up. Oh, no! Like his when I grow up. Whatever, like this guy. Mom would always ask, jokingly, "Come on, shave it off. It stings." Facts. This was so long ago. Nowadays, rumbling doors and witty comebacks were an everyday occurrence. Oh, they're fighting. Oh yeah, always cover her ears whenever she hears something like, "What's the point in all of this?" Through the wall. Like her eating her cookies. "It's all for your sake," Dad would reply. "For the sake of our family." I always caught every sound in fear of hearing the most dreaded, the deadliest word that started with the D. Divorce. D-I-V... Wait, is that an O? D-I-V-O? Oh, no. I don't even want to finish it. Divorce. It was scary to imagine that me and my little sister could be torn apart and taken into two different families. Anyway, your fox is nothing. I have an owl on my window. You and your owl will talk again. Oh, we both see like spirit animals or something, I'm guessing. You said you believed me yesterday. Has anyone seen my car keys? Gosh, I'm gonna leave the house. Gotta do man things. I remember leaving them on the windowsill. Right. Maybe you did, and maybe not. You're a girl man, a father of two, and still... Karina, please, stop. Just let me get ready in peace. Your keys are in the basket, near the phone. Mom always knows. The mom always knows. Well, thank you very much.
Антон, ешь быстрее, а то как мученик сидишь.
Antoine? I'm probably gonna keep saying Antoine. Stop making a martyr out of yourself and finish eating already. But the owl!
Не было там никакой совы.
There was no owl. But there was one! It had giant glowing eyes. Oh, she's so cute. Oya sprung up from the chair and placed her hands on her little face, imitating a pair of eyes with her fingers the size of an apple each.
В прошлом году бабай в шкафу, сейчас сова.
Last year you had Babai in your closet, and now this owl? Babai. Oh. But I saw it. Oya shifted her gaze back and forth from dad to mom to me, but couldn't find any support.
А ты
Support
не
her.
думала подружиться с ней, нет?
Have you thought about befriending it?
Вымышленными мышами покормить, например.
You know, like feeding it with imaginary mice?
Не подначивай ребенка.
Don't bully our girl.
Просто мала еще. И спать одна боится.
She's just afraid to sleep alone because she's still little. Oya powdered her lips in rebellion and rushed into the hallway. The staircase that led to the second floor creaked. Mom gave Dad a strict look. Oh my god, she gonna kill ya. Oh, the look in her eyes. It's so uncomfortable to be pinned under it. Dad just snorted. And replied and left, ringing with the keys he just found. A minute had passed and the theme song from The Little Mermaid echoed through the house. Theme song? Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun. That one? Or the under the sea, or that one? It was stored on incredibly worn out cassette. Oh my gosh, I keep want to say cascade. Cassette tape, which Dad already had to glue together once. It's so easy to fix objects by gluing them back together. For example, but how do you fix a relationship? Oh no, this is too heavy for a little kid. Mom moved to the living room and I was left alone, anxiously stealing glances at the window. You still haven't finished your porridge yet? Just toss it outside when she's not looking. Beautiful. Good art, so good. Oya had trouble sleeping ever since we moved to this house. She would toss and turn or curl up in a ball under her blanket. Yo, she sees demons or something. Sometimes she would jump up in the middle of the night and turn on the VCR. Uh-oh. Cartoons helped to take her mind off all the troubles we had with the move and our parents. Oh my god! That's on the TV! And then Oya says she saw the giant flying monster outside her window. That's the owl! Eye size of apples! She became obsessed with it. Oh no, she's terrified. Our parents did everything in their power. They tried even little tricks to get rid of those ridiculous fears. Oya refused to sleep alone and didn't believe that the owl was just one of her nightmares. Is it though? After last night, I was unsure what to make of my sister's words, what to think of it. Can nightmares be infectious? Oh no. That night I couldn't get a wink of sleep and ended up thinking of what to expect from my new school. There were a couple of days left before the beginning of a new term. My imagination drew long, twisting hallways that led to a classroom full of kids. But all the students behind their desks were simply dark figures cut out using a template. Circular holes gaped into the middle of their faces, and a pair of eyes blinked inside those holes. It was as if some completely different creatures were looking at me from behind the flat black silhouettes. Oh my gosh, I don't know why that was so hard. Their cruel glares filled with icy sneers made me shiver from head to toe. Will I survive here? Oh, that's a nightmare. Won't they gang up on me and beat me down? Stomp on me with their bloody shoes? Bloody shoes? Why they're bloody? The damn school can burn for all I care. Wait, we haven't even gone to school yet. Have we? I don't know. I just wish for anything to happen to it. It doesn't really matter what. I didn't want to go there that badly. So you want to burn the school with the kids? Would that make you? Okay, anyways. I didn't want to see people who are just itching to smack me on the head, trip me up, think of a new offensive name for me, worse than the previous one. I felt like the glasses I wore made me an outsider or some sort of a monster. People who make fun of people who wear glasses are bullies. I couldn't think of a better word. My gaze slid across the drawings hanging on the walls. These? Or no, these, right? I couldn't consider myself a great artist, but Oya begged me to hang them. Drawing was the only thing that made me happy as of late. Aww. It's cute little drawings. Oh, this one's cute. The small circle of friends I had also enjoyed my paintings, and they promised to call me from time to time. This music is very, like, ominous, whatever that word is. Sometimes I imagine Mom picking up the phone and saying in a code voice, "You've got the wrong number." Why? Why do you imagine that? Huh? Or Antoine is not around. Huh? What? Antoine is not around. I imagine my future classmates lying in their beds just like me, listening to the howls of invisible werewolves outside their windows. Maybe my new classmates will like me after all. But who would ever like a boy with thick glasses? Oh, come on. I mean, my dad used to wear glasses when he was little, and now he's married to the most beautiful woman on planet, my mom. Oh, that's so sweet. The house creaked, pressed by the wind. Oh yeah, I hear it. The condo we used to live in, a 9th-floor concrete building, buzzed with the neighbor's drill, mumbled with a TV set from behind the wall, cried like a baby from the big family next door. Concrete building. Our current house, though, I can't really call it new, was completely different. It's haunted, huh? It's a haunted old house. It was silent and easygoing during the day. Its shadows lay dormant in the corners, on the closet, cobwebs, and under the stairs. But they all woke up during the day. Something was watching me from every corner, almost as if old photos of my deceased family with their ashen eyes were hanging on the walls in place of my drawings. It's gonna change? Oh, this music. The floor was squeaking, rusty drains were moaning, the attic was occupied by noisy drafts. One could think the house was performing some sort of demonic melody. My house creaks and makes noises all the time, and I could hear when the squirrels jump, because I have trees around my house, and I could hear when the squirrels jump on the roof. It's a big thud. And then I realized I was in fact hearing music. It was already playing for a good while. If I started hearing random music from my attic, I would think someone was squatting up there, not a demonic ghost or something. Somewhere at the edge of my perception, I could hear a flute. It was mixed with the sound of the wind, of the creaking old house, and my thoughts too. I stood up and rushed to the window. I wanted to reassure myself that this music was nothing more than a product of my imagination. Okay? It's not like someone is playing it there amidst the cold snowy night, right? Are we gonna go outside? Can we do anything else? Oh! Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Someone was dancing in the field. Oh, how cute! It reminds me of the part in Elden Ring where like the little noble dudes are chasing the wolves. Black silhouettes I could barely make out, with the dark forest as their backup. They jumped around, basked in the moonlight, bumped into piles of snow, rolled around, and crawled on all fours. They look so cute, and they're having a blast. Stories about wolves playing under the moon came to mind, but these were clearly not wolves. What you mean? They look like wolves. Well, almost like a bear or something. They stood up at times, circled and holding hands and whipping up snow, disappearing into the shadows for a brief moment and then coming back. Werewolves, man. Werewolves. Something bizarre was going on. Shadows dancing in the starless abyss made my imagination go wild, making me anxious at the same time. Suddenly, the music stopped. Uh-oh, that would be so creepy. The dancing shadows froze in place and I could swear pierced me with their eyes. One of the silhouettes immediately parted from the bizarre shadow carnival and sprinted across the field with giant leaps. Oh my gosh, please no jump scare. It glided on squeaky snow without leaving any prints until it was devoured by the pitch black shadow of my house, which became even darker and thicker. No jump scare, please. My heart was jumping around like the bird inside a cage. No jump scare, please. I shut the curtains with a swift motion. I stepped towards the bed. I'm scared. They saw me. A freezing torrent of fear washed over me. Get under your covers, boy. Make sure you cover the toes, too. I stood in the middle of a perfectly dark room and listened to some unwanted guests move and scrape around, looking for an entrance. The sound moved to the right, then circled around the house. Now my guest should be at the front door. I jumped into bed and covered myself with a blanket as if it could protect me. Yep. Don't forget the toes. The shackles of fear locked my muscles. I remember the funeral. My grandma laying there, hands across her chest, her facial features sharp like that of a tin doll. Ants running up and down the legs of chairs that held my grandma's casket. Oh, okay. I imagine these little creatures climbing up her head and pulling her eyelids with their tiny legs. Why do you imagine such things, boy? You have such a wild imagination. Then her wrinkly eyeballs would once again move inside their socket and she'd be able to see her grandchildren. That's just creepy. I was chanting the spell she taught me throughout the whole procedure. A spell? She's a witch? And now, laying under the blanket and listening to squeaks and howls, I was repeating the same words.
острове буянит, в синем океане стоит домовина, в ней сало и глина, волосы седые, чертям еда. Раба Божьего Антона не тронут никогда.
What in the world? On the island of Bunyan, I don't know, underneath the blemished sun in the sea of color blue stands a cabin made of wood. There lay lard and ashen hair for the spawn from devil's lair to feast and always leave alone. God's faithful servant named Antoine.
Бесы запутают дорогу.
Evil, leave this house must!
Мертвый к мертвому.
Ashes to
Живой к
ashes,
живому.
dust to dust. Oh, he's so scared. Bizarre sounds had disappeared. That worked, bro? I casually peeked out from the blanket and saw curtains waving around like a hangman. Wait, why are the curtains waving? Are windows open? And then the night doused me with a new portion of boiling terror. The sound scratched at my eardrums. Ew! In reality, something or someone were scratching at the front door, hurriedly clawing at wood, demanding to be let in. No, 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 no. The door was shut. No, no, no. Dad had become very cautious recently, so he installed a sturdy lock. I remember him staring at the forest intently as he was looking for someone. There's a murderer in the woods.
Мертвый к мертвому.
Ashes to ashes.
Живой к живому.
Dust to dust. I hugged my knees, placing my chin between them, and drilled the door with my eyes. It was so flimsy and weak before the night of darkness. And then, oh gosh, don't jump scared, please. Sleep paralysis demon. It's opening. The doorknob twitched slightly. Then it turned halfway, once, twice, as if the person who tried to enter had no hands. Oh, is it your sister? Is she coming in? The doorknob tilted once more, and then started clicking violently. My jaw clamped from fear. My wet fingers clutched the blanket. The door creaked and opened, but I thought there was a lock on it. Why'd it open? The wind taunted me, moaning inside the tin drains. Now you'll see. No, I don't want to see. I don't want to see. The door was wide open. The darkness writhed, whatever, inside the carnivorous mouth of a doorway. Too sharp. It was as if the night itself was calling to me, flapping his black wing and squeaking of rusty hinges. I was trembling, ensnared by the web of darkness that hung in the corners of my room, waiting for the one who weaved it to come out of the gaping black hole. Oh. Me. My abdomen tightened and my chest rose up, ready to exhale a desperate scream. Is it your sister? Is she playing pranks? But before I was able to do anything, the darkness asked me. It asked you something. Oh, Tosha. Are you asleep? I knew it. My sister's pale face protruded from the thick shadows. I almost screamed from relief.
Оля?
Oh yeah.
Я не сплю.
I'm not sleeping. Did something happen? Oh yeah. Okay, I don't know. Frowned as stuck out her lower lip, a clear sign that she was about to cry. Oh, come in. It's there again, staring at me. We can go sleep in the bed together. Shoo her away, Tosha, please. Is that the nickname? I'm so scared. The fear that was tormenting me just a minute ago crawled away and hid somewhere in my stomach. I needed to calm Oya down. Oh, he's such a good big brother.
Это был сон, глупая. Не пугайся. Сны не кусаются.
It was just a dream, silly. Don't be scared. Dreams don't bite. No one's gonna harm you. Oya sobbed. She was trying her best to believe me. But was I sure of myself? Nope. You're in denial, bro.
У меня есть идея.
Oh, I have an idea.
Пойдем к тебе в комнату, видик посмотрим.
Let's go to your room and watch
например.
the video Sleeping Beauty, for example.
Тебе же нравится этот мультик?
You like cartoons, don't you?
Почему у спящей красавицы принца у меня эта страшная птица?
Why does the Sleeping Beauty have a prince and I have the scary bird? Oh, girl. The question took me surprised. Yeah, I got no answer for that.
Ладно, давай посмотрим Золушку.
Alright, let's watch Cinderella. My thoughts became tangled, fuzzy. What was that? What studied me with its eyes while dancing feverishly under the moon? The darkness was clinging to the window and it couldn't be fooled by Grandma's old chants. So it didn't work. It couldn't be satisfied with the feast of lard and long ashen hair. Lard, like fat. Tosha, you coming?
Да, да, сейчас.
Yes, yes, just a moment. No, it got me. It got me. I shouldn't have let my guard down. I let my guard down. Same, bro. Same. We're back here. That's why I didn't want to laugh at Oya and her owl in the morning. Oh, this is like... Okay, who could be visiting us here in the middle of nowhere? So he was thinking about last night, but technically we're still in the morning. We don't know anyone around here. Gosh, my heart. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. So persistent. I felt extremely unsettled just from a sleep thought that our morning guests would have come from the woods. I could barely hear voices coming from the front door. My mind was urging me to hide. Under table. In the closet? Under the table? On the curtains where oil always hides? Tosha, come here. I felt like kettlebells were tied to my feet, but still dragged them toward that hallway. Is it like a student from school? Oh my god, it's police. A couple of policemen towered over me in the doorway. They smelled like frost and worried. There is a murder in the woods. My mom always winced and grumbled the moment she saw patrol cars worse than bandits. At that moment, though, she looked somewhat confused.
Здравствуйте.
Hello. The senior officer, who wore a grim expression, nodded.
Тут мальчик вчера потерялся. Вовой зовут.
Oh my god, a boy had gone missing yesterday. His name was Vova. Voya?
Глянь, пожалуйста. Ты его не видел?
Look at this, please. Have you seen him? The policeman held out a photograph to me. Do I know this boy? Oh, he's so cute. Oh. There was a ginger boy around the age of... There was a ginger boy around the age of elementary school. His picture with the wall carpet as the backdrop. He had a striped cat in his hands and wore a wide smile. So cute. I love this art style. No, I haven't.
Точно? Посмотри внимательнее.
Are you sure? Look closely.
Где мне его видеть? Я тут никого не знаю. Да и из дома-то почти не выхожу.
Where would I see him? I don't know anyone around here. I barely leave the house.
А может, видел в окно?
Well, maybe you've seen him from the window? That's so specific.
Да. У тебя ведь окна на лес.
That's right. Your windows look straight at the forest, don't they? The window.
Нет, не видел.
No, I haven't seen anything.
Ясно.
Ah, see. He sounded tired, but his eyes, his stare, long and heavy, was full of suspicion. I squirmed unwittingly under the weight of guilt which his giant shadow cast over me. Unwittingly, I don't know. The policeman finally tore his eyes from me and glanced over the hallway, the stairway, and the cracks in the ceiling, which I haven't noticed before for some reason. I'm trying to see what's in our house. They're suspicious of us.
Попривыкли уже?
How do you like your new place, by the way? Getting used to it?
Понемногу. Только вот дочка маленькая по городу скучает.
Bit by bit. It's just our little daughter misses the city a lot.
Скучает, значит. Из местных вас никто не беспокоит?
Misses the city, huh? Have the locals been treating you well?
Все хорошо, спасибо.
Yes, everything is alright. Thank you. I leave now. The policeman pierced through me one more time with his brown eyes. My head started spinning.
Может, вам помочь как-то?
Can I help you somehow? Like, why are you staring at me? I asked that in a shaky voice to look like a polite boy and to end this unpleasant conversation sooner.
Я вот стою и думаю.
Oh god. Now that I think about it.
Ты, малец, на племеша моего похож.
You look just like one of my nephews, little fella.
Шустрый парнишка твоих лет. С такими же окулярами. Все книжками зачитывался.
He's a witty boy around your age, wears the same type of goggles, haha. You're so rude! Always engrossed in reading those mystery novels. Wait, are you trying to say we've been kidnapped and placed in a new family?
Когда летом погостить приезжал, говорит, что в школу милиции мечтает поступить.
Told me he wants to enroll in police school when his family visited this summer.
Как я. Хотел людям помогать.
Wanted to help other people, just like me. See? Why are you telling me this? I felt uncomfortable as if a distant relative and not a police officer stood before me. Yeah, what's this
Ох,
tactic?
ребятушки,
You know what?
сидите-ка вы лучше дома. Не ввязывайтесь ни во что.
Little boy's like...
Жизнь сейчас совсем другая пошла.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Little boy's like, you should stay at home. Steer away from trouble. The times have changed so much. I'm interjecting in a code voice.
Мне ли не знать?
You don't say.
Ну да ладно.
Well then.
Ты, Антон, в каком классе учишься?
What grade are you in? What grade are you in, Antoine?
6-м.
6th. Oh, so he's like 11.
Друзей-то на новом месте еще не завел?
Have you made any friends here so far?
Пока нет. Я только после каникул в школу пойду.
Not yet. I'll be going to school for the first time after the break.
Тогда вот вам на всякий случай мой номер. Звоните, если узнаете что.
And then I'll leave you my number, just in case. Call me if you have any new info. Why are they so suspicious of us? The policemen were gone along with their shadows. The smell of a cheap cologne. I always want to say cologne. Cologne in the photo of a smiling boy. His face stood still before my eyes. I wonder what it was like for him, being all alone there. For some reason, I thought of the forest swaying in the wind. What did his poor parents feel? And what would my parents do if I had gone missing? Would they cry and thrash around hysterically? Or would they accuse each other like they always do and forget about me eventually? Oh no, don't think like that, little boy.
Мам, а Вова этот в нашем лесу заблудился?
Mom, this Vova, did he go missing in our forest?
Выходит, что так. Бедный ребенок.
Seems like it. Poor child. I looked out the window at the road. The police UAZ drove off towards the village. The officer's nephew came to mind when I was splitting off old paint from the windowsill. I remember all the teenage mystery novels from the Black Kitty series I've read this summer. Is this a real series? Your average boys and girls investigating all sorts of mysteries there. They look for clues, spy on suspicious people, and after a set of amazing adventures, bam! Solved any complicated case. They became local celebrities and must have made their parents very proud. I noticed a trail of policemen's footsteps that led to the forest. Where? I don't see anything. And then it clicked in my head. What? Why don't I start an investigation on my own? Yes, adventure time! Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Maybe I'll find the lost boy. And I'll get a reward. Olga will be so happy. Oh, this boy's so sweet. And not only Olga, mom and dad too. Maybe they even forget about their quarrels for a while. Maybe I'll even save us from the D word. I fantasize about buying Olga a Tamagotchi. Oh, and getting I fantasize about buying Oya Tamagotchi and getting a cassette player and a bunch of tapes for myself. And a whole box of Kinder Surprise. Oh, those are good. I like those. When was the last time my parents bought us any toys? Oh, this is so sad. Last autumn, I think my dad had lost his job at the time. There's that annoying song about it. What song? I had little to no idea what was the accountant's job like. They count money, I think. Basically. Neighbors used to envy us. Oh, we used to be rich. But nowadays, mom and dad barely had money to afford sweets, and dad would always divide a single chocolate bar between me and Oya. Sometimes I gave her my share too. Aww, he's such a good boy. No matter how much I wanted to eat sweets, she was still just a pipsqueak. I couldn't wait to go out looking for clues.
Пойду погуляю.
I'm going outside.
Ага, сейчас.
Yeah, right.
Чтобы потом милиционеры с твоей фотографией по домам ходили.
You want the police to go around with your photograph next?
Лес вон какой густой.
The forest is so thick.
А если мальчика звери дикие утащили? Или того хуже?
What if the boy got snatched up by wild animals or something even worse? Even worse? Go through the hallway. Oh no.
Я рядом буду. В лес не пойду.
I won't go far. I'll stay away from the forest.
Что я тебе сказала? Мне дважды повторять.
Did you hear what I said? Or should I repeat myself?
Лучше портфель собери или соли поиграй.
Oh god. Better go pack your school bag or play with Oya. Oh. The sound of splashing water came from the kitchen. It meant that the argument was over and mom had the last word. Oh. Can I open this? The dark stuffy closet. Mom says it smells like mice, but how would she know their smell? Like poop? She hates when I stick my nose in there. She'll afraid I cut myself on the freshly sharpened axe. Yeah. And Oya can't even be lured close to it. She thinks Babai is in there. Like a folklore, like a boogeyman or something. I tried to help her fight her fears once. I opened the door and turned on a dim lamp so she would see there's nothing but cobwebs, Dad's tools, and scratched walls. Scratched walls? That... from what? She still didn't believe me. She was right. And I like to hide in the closet and listen to Oya count outside. 1, 2, 3, better hide from me! And then drag her feet on the creaky floorboards, hoping that she wouldn't need to look for me in the cramped monster's den. This. Oh. The cross has seen so many people come and go in the house. It was black as if it absorbed all sins from long years that was hanging under the ceiling. After Grandma died, Mom was going to take it off and hang a horseshoe in its place as a lucky charm, but she cut herself with the coarse... oh my gosh. But she cut herself with the cross sharp corners and almost fell from the stepladder. This is dangerous. Take that off. Dad caught a sign from above and ordered the cross to be left alone in its rightful place. Oh no. My parents prohibit me from making long-distance calls, but from time to time I really want to hear my old friends. Oh. Sometimes I would pick up the phone, listen to the low hum of the Zoomer. The Zoomer? What? Then the distant crackling, imagining the wind howling and ice-leaden chords. Oh, there's something else. Toy. Mom's peg top, a family relic. My mom played with it when she was little, then she gifted it to me. Oya was next in the session line. The toy belonged to her now. Oh, she cried at the dancing spindle. Cried? What the heck? She stared at the dancing spindle as if it could show her something. A fairy tale or maybe even our future. Oh my gosh. Now even my little sister was a bit too old for the old squeaky peg toy. Anything else? I don't think so. Let's go to the kitchen. Lie to Mom! We just sneak out. Wait. The radio? Okay. Oh, what's this? The date. The decrepit and stained cover calendar was once my favorite form of entertainment in Grandma's house. Oh, her house that boring. I remember waking up and returning to the kitchen so I could tear off yesterday's leaf first thing in the morning, as if the coming day would get lost in Taiga's forest without my help. Oh. One day closer to New Year's, one day closer to Grandma's funeral. I haven't touched the calendars for years now. Oh, it's been that long? Since the time they started writing dark and spooky death charts that only made me gloomy instead of funny proverbs and superstitions to be exact. Oh, I grabbed a dusty calendar leaf with caution and tore off effortlessly. Sadly, the spooky description from my childhood were still there. 7 horses carry the log. The 7 can't carry, bring the 8th from a fairy. They will take it away and never come back. This is a fate that log cannot escape. Well, I'm so confused. I crumbled a gray leaf and threw it into the waste bin, hoping to get rid of anxiousness that washed over me. It was spreading inside me like ink stained on blotting paper. Imercom of Russia was declared a state of emergency due to adverse weather conditions. According to the weather forecast, a cyclone is moving toward the region. Expect heavy snowfall, blizzards, and snowdrifts on the road. Keep your eyes open and take care of yourself. I took a peek at Mom's crossword. She would get very angry when someone gave her advice. So me and Dad faked knowing the answers and being able to review it all the times. Yep. I smiled at the fleeting thought. Vertical, 9 letters, the name of Philistine's deity. Wait, this is from the other game. That protected them from viper bites and had a nickname, the Lord of Flies. Okay. Second letter is E. I don't know. What is this? This side of an old ocean freezer was checkered with my childish drawings, mom's recipes, and all kinds of stickers from bubblegums with dinosaurs that Oya liked so much. Yeah, pony, Russian, I can't read. What is that? Sounds like some kind of creature. These are like creatures. Oh, dinosaurs! Oh my gosh, dinosaurs. I see it now. It's like a triceratops or something. Along that still life picture hung a piece of ruled paper with the phone number of the police officer who visited us. Oh, that's what that is. First Lieutenant, I read inside my mind looking at the officer's sprawling handwriting. I don't want to mispronounce that. A scrap of paper was held by 2 pieces of broken magnet from some old Soviet toy. And those pieces just barely covered the numbers as if to taunt me. I leaned toward it to unveil the mystery and take the piece to a safer place where it could wait for us this time, and I would finally find Vova and the first to call the police with happy news. That sentence, I don't know. Antoine. Mom's reproachful eyes stared at me. What do you need it for? Hands off, you'll lose it. Anger at my mom was the last thing I wanted. So I lowered my head. No, this is bad. Mom, you don't gotta yell. You say it more nicely. Be like, oh, just leave it on the fridge. You don't need that right now. I can open the fridge. I looked at that, looked at that. Open this. Grandma kept ice cream for me and Oya there, but now I could only see meat bits for soup and clumped together pelmeni. I grew to hate them already. Oh wait, so this is Grandma's house? We moved into Grandma's house? I'm just now piecing that together because I'm dumb. Can I take some of this? Why is there... Take some pickles or something with us? I'll whip you if you make a single step out the door. I need to strike Mom somehow or I get scolded and my ass whipped with Dad's leather belt. They beat the kids. Distract? Yeah, let me go to the kitchen and lie to her. It was difficult to lie to Mom, but there was no other way for me to run away from home. Mom, something's wrong with the TV. The picture's dim and there's stripes all over the screen. Mom's face became visibly distorted. Visibly distorted? She's transforming. You're killing me here. So, have you had enough of shooting those stupid ducks now? I told you the kinescope will go dim because of your console. Will we find a TV connection in the hole, huh? Maybe it's just the settings, Mom. Can you please go check it out for me? Please, go see for yourself. Strange, it worked fine this morning. Maybe the snowfall caused it. Mom rubbed her hands clean on her apron and went to Oya's room. Let's go, go! Oh, I opened the front gate and went into the field. This is not a good idea, actually. Like, we're so stupid for this. Especially with the kid missing. Oh my god. Carefully so Mom wouldn't see the window. When I crossed half of the distance towards the forest, the snow piles became as high as my knees. I remembered my nightly fears. I saw those silhouettes around here. They were jumping around, holding hands. That hypnotizing music started playing in my head all over again. I mean, head all on its own. In the light of day, these distant figures felt like a simple dream. The sun turned my nightmares to ash, but the aftertaste was still there. Distant ringing in my ears, distorted shadows crawling on the snow alongside me, and a barely audible whisper in my head, blurry and almost kind. Everything was silent. So silent, I felt that the world was totally empty. No ground, no sky, no parents, no Oya. The time reached its limits, a one-way trip that ended at the forest piney stockade. Okay, we didn't bring supplies or anything. We're just going. No flashlight, no matches, not a coat. Sometimes silence was much scarier than any scream. Our parents would scream at each other while arguing, and both me and Oya turned to stone listening to them. Yeah. But then always came the ringing silence. Our apartment became numb a couple of days before we departed. It was hard to remember the last time Mom and Dad joked around, laughing, or spent time together, almost like all of it was in a previous life. Maybe, like, the parents know there's something demonic in the woods or something. Like, whose grandma? Is it the dad's mom or the mom's mom? Well, like, they know there's something in the woods, so they're like, we don't want to move there, but we have to because we're broke, but it's dangerous because the woods. I don't know. When they kissed with Oya present, she always frowned and snorted in a funny way. But one day it all changed. Something important had left our home. And something scary filled the remaining void. It was as if a fire broke out, and our parents were hurriedly packing our belongings, trying to save themselves and us. From who, though? From the people with dead cold eyes who sometimes visit us in our previous home? Wait, what? The eyes that only saw balls of worms on the black ground and everything. What's going on? And somewhere far away a siren was going off, turning to warn us of the coming minutes. Minutes? Oh, he looks so cute. I shrugged, casting away my delusions, and looked around. Oh. There was only me, this white field, and the wind that was whipping up icy dust and bolts of powder snow. I squinted from the sun and turned my eyes to the sunless forest. It looked especially dark in contrast with the blinding whiteness. Noble tree roots slithered under the snow like like fat snakes. Rotten leaves and, oh my gosh, coniferous needles froze into the ground. Oh, there's a mitten. No. Dry, prickly branches intertwine, bringing up uncomfortable thoughts and fences. Is this the little boy's mitten? It's like wave. It's like, come here, boy, come into the forest. Were they protecting the forest, or were they keeping something from breaking it? Some objects were hanging from one of the pointy branches. I tried to get closer, drowning in snow, and when I almost got to the edge of the forest, I saw a knitted mitten. It looked like a wounded bird among the hungering semi-dark. Did I take it to the police? Don't touch that with your bare hands. Don't get your DNA on that. The senior officer looked gloomy, but he still reminded me of Captain Casanova from my favorite TV show called The Streets of Broken Lights. He was also always anxious, oh my god, with a tired look in his eyes, but still brave and strong. Will this mitten help him find the lost boy? Bova! I heard a distant shout, looked like it came from the river. Bova! As if the trees were calling out to someone. Bova! Resounded closer to me. Someone was standing there behind the trees, hiding. Bova! I knew someone was looking for the lost boy, but still, something was unsettling about the figure. What figure? Right here? Is this the figure? It's so tiny though. What figure are we talking about? Its stillness, how it was bent unnaturally towards the ground. Oh. It's a skinwalker. It's blackness. There's no one there, just branches and roots. It's all my imagination. A nearby bird flapped its wings loudly. Oh, it was right here? I don't know. A shadow split from the trees and disappeared from my sight. I looked away for a moment, but then I turned my gaze back to the same place. It was gone. So it was my imagination after all. Okay, I was terrified. Silence reigned for a painfully long time. Oh god, please, not a jump scare. Oh god, I'm scared. My muscles were tightly sprung, my heart was beating somewhere in my throat. Any noise, any little movement, any small whisper from the trinket, and I'll sprint. Why don't I just turn around and go back home? But nothing of that sort happened. We're not even prepared to go in the woods. I looked at the mitten once more. No, we're taking it. We're taking this. We're taking it. I decided to take the lonely mitten from the branch. Oh my god, that's us? Who's that? Father! Huh? Oh my god. A shout rumbled across the field and dissolved into the distance. No echo, no hope for reply. Run, boy, run! What's going on? I stepped towards the bristly trees and tried to claim my fight. Bova is being chased by someone. It didn't budge. It didn't budge. I pulled harder. The branches creaked. The minutes tore off, landing in my hand with swishy sound. All too heavy, wet. I squeezed it without thinking, and something dark spilled from it, forming a tiny string between the mint and the snow. Stream rose from the snow pile. Oh my god. What? There's blood. I froze in place, studying my palms in disgust. Red. The sound of crackling branches invaded the silence. We got blood on our hands now. I didn't have to think twice before running away. Someone was chasing me from the darkness, breaking pine branches, closing the distance with giant leaps. Snow was slowing me down. Crazy thoughts flew through my mind. I'll get caught. They'll get me. I get dragged into a thicket. I'll be gone forever. But then there was one more voice, probably one of reason. It gave me strength, spurred me on. You can't do it. Don't stop. I heard an animal roar behind me. It was so loud my eardrums were numb. As a bear, I felt like the sound had come from a pack of hungry beasts rather than a single one. Their nostrils sucked in freezing air. They set to my feet. Two giant wings flapped above my head. An enormous shadow flew over the clearing. I hoot, a wheeze. The owl! The roars were coming from all distance now. From the dried up raspberry bush, from twisted pines, from under the windfall. Hurry, run, don't look back. I felt like I was inside a nightmare. The snowy clearing became viscous like quicksand. You haven't gone to the house yet? Oh my god, I was stuck in place. Stuck in place? I pulled my legs from the mushy trap just to be caught in a new one, even deeper than before. I continued to drown, sinking deeper and deeper with every desperate push. Was snow ever this sticky? I screamed in horror after realizing this wasn't snow. Someone or something in the snow pile was clutching my pants. I gathered all my strength and rushed forward. The pressure on my leg was gone. My boots slipped out from the hole. My soles were on a hard surface again. I reached a clear path with one jump and from there ran to my house. I'm like, its gloomy facade didn't look threatening now. The house was a line of defense from the shadows that flapped their wings and the creatures that were hidden under the snow. I tripped over the doorstep, oh classic, and smashed into the door. In all my hurry, I still managed to notice the claw marks, as if a dog was striking the wood with its paws, demanding to be let in so it could escape the cold. I hadn't noticed the marks when I was leaving. The heartbeat in my ears was much louder than my surroundings. I couldn't hear whether someone was following me or not. What if they were already in our front yard and Mom had locked the door? Drowning in fear, I pulled on the doorknob and obediently gave way. It obediently gave way. Better lock that, bro. Same. I'm out of breath from run reading. I rolled into the hallway and shut the door behind me. Porch planks creaked as my pursuers ascended the stairs. My fingers slipped off the lock and I couldn't click it in place. So we're getting chased by what though? I gritted my teeth and pulled hard on the iron knob, whipping it between the boards. I stared blankly at the door. Someone was standing on the other side of the pitiful, flimsy barrier that was probably less useful than the blankets. Do we look? We should look in the hole. Wheezing breath reached into the house and crashed at me in waves. It smelled of pine and sweat. Mom peeked out of the kitchen and chastised me with the same frigid voice she always used when talking to Dad. What exactly didn't understand when I told you to never slam the door? I didn't mean to. I snuck a glance at the door. The smell was gone. The breath was too. If there was someone in the first place, of course. Here. Mere 5 meters away from Mom, my fear was slowly weakening, melting like snow in the spring, and with the last bit of strength I had left in my body too. Oh, she don't have her aprons on. My legs gave way, propped myself up against the wall so I wouldn't fall over. Mom's expression had changed immediately. The cold mask of strictness and detachment was gone. Mom looked the same as before all those quarrels. She finally saw my condition, my wet pants plastered with snow. Where have you been? What did I tell you, huh? I told you to stay at home. Am I nothing to you, too? No! Don't put that on the kids. Don't say that. I got afraid she would cry. I reached out to her like when I was very little and wanted her to cuddle me. Mom regained her composure fast and put on her usual face. Her eyes shine like a steel. Her voice rang out.
У отца сигареты пропали.
Your dad couldn't find his cigarettes.
Признавайся, ты их стащил? Курить бегаешь?
What? Be honest, did you snatch them? Were you smoking in secret? What? Why would you blame your kid for that?
Там за мной кто-то гнался. Я думал, меня...
There was someone chasing me. I thought... I stuttered as soon as I started explaining myself. Tears welled up in my eyes. Mom leaned forward toward me and sniffed my clothes like a beast, searching for the smell of tobacco. Really? Then she squinted her eyes in suspicion and looked into the front yard. Her expression changed in an instant. She covered her mouth with her hands. Look! Over there! At the fence! Oh no. The boy? My heart started thumping as if I became prey once again. My pursuers were following me in the field. I could swear that I've heard something scratch at the door just like in my nightmares. Mom beckoned me with her finger, and I gathered all my remaining bakery. I gathered all my remaining bravery to look into the kitchen window, facing my fear. Pack of wolves! Oh my gosh, that was chasing us. I could barely discern some hairy discern? I don't know. Some hairy silhouettes swimming in snow through the icy winter patterns on the grass. Dogs! Just a small pack of strays with no name, no owner, barely reminding of the hungry monsters that live on the edge of the forest. Oh boy, were you scared of them? I think they're ready to be scared of you, Antoine. Oh, they were chasing me like a bunny. This game's called Tiny Bunny. And what if they were rapid? The smile has slowly disappeared from Mom's face. Now she looked at dogs as if it was her first time seeing them. What if they attack Oya? Mom? I wish your dad could just shoot them all. Mom, look, they're alive. Huh? What? Are they your friend or foe after all? Make up your mind. You're not a little kid anymore. I don't know how I feel about this mom. I don't know if I like her. Mom sighed in annoyance, and I felt so bitter that I bit my lower lip and fixed my gaze on the cobweb-ridden corner just to keep myself from crying. Well, some detective I am. In reality, I wasn't risking my life among monsters, but rather my pants among a pack of stupid strays. And what for? What use do I have for this? Mitten. Of course! A darkened, sticky mitten that belonged to the lost boy made a squishy sound in my hand. How do we know it was his, though? Seems like I was clutching it the whole time. I assumed it was his, but how do we actually know? That's my trump card as a detective! You should have touched that and put your DNA over it. Just saying. I hurried to present this clue to my mom. Mom, look at this Volva's mitten. The boy that the police were asking about in the morning. It's drenched in blood. I found it hanging on a tree. I can show where. Let's call the police right away like the officer had told us to. Mom, look! Ugh. A shadow of doubt slowly crept onto Mom's contorted face. Like, that thing is full of blood, or whatever it is. As if she was trying to remember something distant, like someone tries to remember their dream, but the images slip away. Stop at this moment. Oya will go insane if she hears you. Oh, maybe he's just holding like sticks or something. He already has trouble sleeping and whines all the time. And you joke around like this? At the moment, I realized the mitten was actually wet from snow. There was no blood whatsoever. I wanted to sink through the floor from embarrassment. Come here, my boy who cried wolf. Oh my god. Oh. Don't just stand there. Come take your pills. Wear a medication? A golden colored pill reminiscent of a dead wasp fell onto my palm. I already took one during breakfast. Don't talk over me. I told you to stay home, and you? Dad would have given you a good whipping for that. Come on, take it. Or you won't be able to sleep at night, and you have school tomorrow. So I had to swallow the bitter medication, drinking it down with a similarly awful water that gave off a taste of chlorine. Maybe it wasn't Volva's mitten. Maybe it wasn't a mitten at all. Just like the forest monsters and Oya's owl. Am I going mad? Oh no! Oh, the medication. What's happening to me? Either the pill had an immediate effect or my overexerted brain didn't let fear inside anymore. Serenity washed over me, bringing yawny indifference along with it.
Антон, выпил? Можешь,
Antoine,
если захочешь.
you done. See, you can do it when you try.
Раздевайся. Уснул, что ли?
Take your coat. Are you asleep?
Нет, мам, просто задумался.
No, Mom, I was just thinking.
Интересно, о чем же?
What about, I wonder?
Так, глупости всякие.
It's just something silly. Mom scrutinized me with suspicious eyes, as if she wasn't sure she was looking at her own son and not some doppelganger that came from the
Точно
forest.
все нормально?
Is everything alright?
У тебя такое лицо было, когда милиционер про окно спросил.
You had the exact same expression when the policeman asked you about the
Всё
window.
нормально, мам.
I'm alright, Mom.
Хорошо.
Fine. It seemed like the house had changed. The sofa's fabric had become discolored. Fingerprints appeared on the bathroom tiles. The light bulbs also felt different, dimmer, and yellower. Even the saliva inside my mouth had a different taste. A melody from Aladdin could be heard from the upper floor. Oya was done rewatching her favorite Little Mermaid episodes and switched to other tapes. I slowly changed into my home clothes and stepped before the sink and studied my reflection in the mirror, like I was trying to solve one of those spot the difference puzzles. Then I went upstairs. Is that Michael Jackson? Oh. Little dinosaurs. Checking out your room in the light, dude. Don't mind me. Jafar's and Lago's voices died down. Lago? I forgot. I don't remember. I walked past Oya's bedroom and slipped into my own. Oh, okay. Monsters, ghosts, UFOs, the Encyclopedia of Paranormal Phenomenon from Rossman Publishing. I've learned about the Loch Ness Monsters, Medusa, Gorgon, hey, that's me, and Bigfoot from there. Oya is always scared of the book. She could barely handle sifting through the monsters and alien sections with me, but the middle part where they start talking about ghosts really freaked her out. She can't see ghosts, I'm telling you. I even remember hunting ghosts after I read the book. I measured the distance between items on my table every evening and checked if they moved due to some supernatural force come the morning. They didn't. But to be honest, what was I expecting? To meet Casper the ghost? Okay. What else can we look at? I forgot already. The wall? My Triceratops figurine. I know about all the sorts of dinosaurs. Velociraptors, Afrovenators. I remember going to the movies to see Jurassic Park back when we still lived in the city and taking pictures with the T-Rex in the hall. It turned its head and roared. It was awesome. And next to it was Robotech Transformer. Right here. I love this cartoon. When a jet fighter speeds up in the intro among the sounds of blaster fire, you know your next 20 minutes will be surely amazing. Then trade. I can't read anymore. Space station is captured. Rick, get ready for battle! All the words and letters are blurring together. I can't. I dreamt of becoming an artist since Dad bought me my first comic book. Fly magazine was the coolest. I especially liked the big space related edition with alien monsters and the funny episode about Gendarme. I started drawing all kinds of sorts since that day, and I seem to be getting pretty good at it. One of my letters even got published in Fly once. Oh, really? Maybe someday they'll even publish my comic. Oh, he wants to be a comic artist. We saw that. The forest didn't look as grim during the day. Entangled tree branches in the distance and the snowy field between our house and the forest brought sleepiness to my eyes. Sometimes I would still catch myself looking in the window at the icy treetops instead of doing my homework. How long is this? Wait. Oh yeah, you're in my room? I didn't even notice her, honestly. Pretty good. But how long is this episode? One of the drawers was empty. I hid the mitten there, but she saw. Oya saw. Oya's gonna take it. Oh, achievement. Where are you, Vova? The simple action drained the last bit of strength for me. I sat on the bed. And only then I noticed there was someone behind the curtains. That's your sister. And my tired hand dropped to the sheets. Whether it was due to medication I took or the stress I underwent, the room began to contort as if the wind was blowing the walls out like a pair of sails. The corner of the room bent and undulated. The only stable thing in the whole room was the figure between the windowsill and the curtains. Boy, you're just paranoid. It's just your sister. The flimsy piece of cloth was struck at my hidden visitor. Oh, wait. The flimsy piece of cloth was stuck to my hidden visitor. It reminded me of burial sheets.
Оля,
Oya? Who else would be staying there? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Isn't that Oya? I stood up and licked my dry lips.
Оля, очень
Yeah, Oya.
смешно.
It's so funny. The silhouette was unmoving. It was enveloped softly by the curtains, as if there was a thick layer of darkness there, not even a human. I reached towards the curtains, but don't beat my heart, controlled by medication. The wind sang in the field with the chorus of voices. For a second, I wanted to return to bed, just lie down and watch the person behind the curtain, knowing full well they were looking back at me. They're looking without blinking, waiting for me to fall asleep. Wait, how do you know? How do you see? You can't see her eyes. Plastic rings rustle against the holder when I open the curtains. Oh yeah, that's better by you. I knew it. Gotcha!
Да я сразу
I
понял,
knew it was
что
you
это
from the
ты.
beginning. A blindingly bright halo lit up above Oya's head with this setting sun as the background. My sister was shining. When she was just a baby, Dad always used to say she was shining with happiness. I always retorted, but Dad, she's not like some flashlight. But I brought her to the window one day and sunlight poured on her smiling face. I felt like I was holding a light, woven child.
А я все видела.
I saw everything.
Да ну,
Oh, really?
что ты спрятал?
What did you hide? She was just like my mom when she was little, before she put on her sad mask of tiredness and switched to her commanding tone of voice.
Ничего, просто...
It's nothing, just... Oya ran to the table, her eyes brown, and
Ты
asked,
что-то украл
You
и теперь
stole something and
прячешь?
hid it there?
Ты вор?
Are you a thief?
Что? Глупая.
What? Don't be stupid.
Ничего я не крал.
I didn't steal anything. A clear image came to mind, the mitten hanging from a tree branch. Oh my god. What if I did steal it after all? From the forest, from the tilted figure standing behind black trees? Oya could be selfish and stubborn when she wanted.
Покажи тогда.
Then show me.
Поклянись, что
Swear that
никому
you
не
won't tell
скажешь.
anyone.
Тогда
Then
покажу.
I'll show you. Oya wore a plotting smile. Oh.
Клянусь маминым сердцем.
I swear a mom's heart. Oh god. An oath she heard in one of those movies about the pioneers we've watched.
Не говори так.
Don't say things like that. Oya nodded and made a gesture with her hand, locked her mouth with an imaginary key. She was filled with curiosity that was splashing in her giant eyes. I opened the drawer and Oya leaned in, holding her breath. It looked like there was not just a simple mitten, but some sort of exotic critter.
Это...
Is this
Это варежка?
someone's mitten? She said that as if she couldn't understand what she saw.
Один мальчик потерял. И сам потерялся.
A certain boy lost it and got lost himself.
Теперь понимаешь, как опасно гулять в лесу, особенно детям.
Now, you do understand how dangerous it is for kids to wander the forest, right?
Ему, наверное, там очень холодно.
It must be really cold out there.
Его найдут?
Will they find him?
Обязательно.
They will.
Участковый по домам ходит, всем фотографию его показывает.
The police are going house to house, showing his photo to everybody. Oya traversed the room with care and pressed her tiny palms against the window.
А почему он по домам ходит, а не по лесу?
And why are they going to the houses and not the forest?
Боится?
Are they scared? The question caught me off guard. That is a good question, girl.
Милиционеры ничего не боятся.
The police aren't scared of
И
anything.
лес они прочесали.
They've already scoured the forest. Yeah, right. Flash into my clouded mind. Did they really check every nook and cranny where darkness, cold, and whispers of icy branches dwell? If that's the case, how did they miss the mitten? Facts, boy, facts. How did they miss the mitten? Or did it appear later for me? I changed the topic, as if trying to get Oya as far away as possible from the forest thicket.
Если я сам найду пропавшего мальчика, нам, может, награду дадут.
We may get reward if I go and find this boy myself.
Кучу всякого, как в поле чудес.
A lot of stuff, like in the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, they just want like toys and stuff.
Клёво же.
Sounds cool, right? Oya wasn't listening to me. She was piercing the forest with incredibly adult eyes, uncharacteristic for her. I bet she has to grow up really fast.
А что, если эта сова его утащила?
What if the owl got him?
Ерунда.
Nonsense.
Не
An
может
owl
сова
won't be able to
поднять
lift a
человека.
human?
Ну вот что.
But you know what? I was picking my words with utmost care. I forced them out of my overexerted brain.
Ты в лес не суйся.
Stay
Мне
within the
кажется, он
forest.
какой-то,
I think
как бы
it's...
сказать, проклятый, что ли.
How should I put it? It's cursed or something.
Как в сказке?
Just like in a fairy tale?
Нет, скорее, как на той страшной кассете, что родители прячут.
No, more like in that spooky tape our parents hide from us. What, the ring? Oya shivered and stole a glance at the window.
Я видела, как ты убегал.
I saw you running away.
За тобой кто-то гнался?
Someone was chasing you?
Нет, просто, чтобы мама не волновалась, спешил домой.
No, it's just I was hurrying home so mom wouldn't be worried. As I looked at my sister, my heart was tearing apart. She was so fragile. It was so easy to stifle her light. Stifle, whatever. A gust of wind and her small fire would be gone.
Хорошо тебе.
You're lucky.
Меня вот мама не пускает даже на крыльцо.
Mom wouldn't even let me go outside.
Как принцесса в башне сижу. Никуда не могу выйти.
I'm like a princess in the tower, can't go anywhere. She wants
Так я
adventure.
умру тут от скуки.
I'll die from boredom here.
Не придумывай.
You're
От
wrong.
скуки еще никто не умирал.
No one ever dies of boredom, stupid.
У тебя же есть я и мультики, а мама с папой скоро помирятся.
And you have me and your cartoons. And mom and dad will be good to each other soon.
Знаешь, что бы я загадала на следующий день рождения?
You know what? I should wish for my next birthday.
Чтобы родители тоже в детей превратились. И мы бы все вместе играли, как раньше.
I wish for mom and dad to turn into children so we could all play together like we used to. Stop, this is making me sad.
Ага. А если бы они стали размером с жука, то мы бы их в спичечный коробок посадили.
Yeah, if you make them small as bugs, we could place them into a little box. This is like, It Takes Two. Oya giggled and tugged at my sleeve.
Тоша, пойдем Аладдина смотреть.
Tosha, let's go watch Aladdin. Fatigue went over my desire to be my little sister. I was washed over by some sort of, heinous apathy.
Вымотался я. Что-то не
I'm
хочется.
too tired. I don't want to.
Ну пойдем.
Come on.
Мне скучно одной, а мама занята все
It's
время.
so boring though. Mom's always busy.
Можно выбрать другой мультик, который ты еще не видел.
We can pick a cartoon you haven't seen before.
Да я все наши кассеты наизусть знаю.
I know all the tapes by heart at this point.
А вот и не все. Ты Питера Пэна не видел.
Not all of them. You haven't watched Peter Pan. Lost Boy. Hey, this will give you some clues, bro.
Помнишь, ты уснул на середине?
Remember how you fell asleep in the middle of it?
А там потом такое.
And so much happens after that. Let's go, let's go.
Давай попозже.
Maybe a little later.
Рассказать тебе, чем все закончилось?
Should I tell you how it ends?
Утром расскажешь.
Let's just leave that for tomorrow.
Утром не захочу.
I won't tell you tomorrow.
Придумала. А давай в прятки.
I know. Let's play hide and seek.
Нет, Оль.
No, Oya.
Тогда нарисуй мне
Then
динозавра.
draw me a dino.
Оля, блин.
Oya, please let me sleep.
Нарисуй, нарисуй.
Draw it. Draw it.
Да оставь ты меня в покое.
Oh my gosh, leave me alone already. Oh my gosh, you don't gotta be rude about it. Ugh. I blurted it out without thinking, and then I was immediately taken aback. I never screamed at my little sister like that. Oya stared at me in shock. Her lips started trembling, a precursor to tears. Why? My chest was seething with disgust and embarrassment. What's happening to me? You better apologize and go watch Peter Pan with her. I hurried to prevent Oya from crying.
Ладно,
Alright,
уболтала.
you win. Let's go
Давай
watch
смотреть
cartoons for a
мультики.
bit. I don't wanna. Yeah, I knew it. Came up to her, put my hand on her soft head.
Пойдем.
Let's go.
Питера Пэна
Let's go
посмотрим.
watch Peter Pan.
Ага, ты опять
Boo, you
уснул.
fall asleep again. I smiled and lifted her chin. Her eyes were wet and felt bottomless.
Не усну.
I promise I won't. You will. You will,
А
Antoine.
потом я тебе целого
Oh,
трицератопса
and I'll draw you a
нарисую.
full Triceratops later. Aw. Hooray! Hooray! Oh, that's so cute.
Ну, почти.
Well, close enough. Oya rubbed her eyes with the sleeve of her pajamas, and a shining smile returned to her face.
Давай ты пока кассету перемотаешь, а я у мамы попрошу сгущенки с хлебом.
Go ask mom for condensed milk and bread, and you want to tape. Oh, I used to have this as a kid too.
Только утром свежий привезли, как ты любишь.
The bread is fresh, just like how you like it.
Неси, только аккуратнее, а то разольешь.
All right, just be careful not to spill the milk,
Опять ругаться будут.
or be yelled at again.
Спорим, не разолью.
Wanna bet? I won't spill it. My voice is getting hoarse from all this
Кассета
reading.
где-то в тумбочке. Поищи пока.
The tape is somewhere in the nightstand. Look for it. Oya disappeared in the doorway, and I dragged my feet into the neighboring room. But a piggy bank. Alright, sorry. Oya is saving money for a real puppy because Dad said that taking care of him will take a lot of money. Okay. This teddy bear. Oya's countless toys. And old teddy bear is the main attraction here. Oya doesn't sleep without it. Now to think about it, if we ran away from the mitten, is that like an ending? Are there multiple endings in this? I guess I should have made different saves for every ending. Oh, I don't know, whatever. And she digs her nose into its fur when she sleeps. Oh. Scary window where Oya sees that accursed owl every night lurking in the dark. Oya keeps curtains open during the day, but as soon as twilight comes, she shuts them tight so she wouldn't see the pair of hungry eyes outside. Anything else? The old photon TV was gathering dust in the corner, and all that was left was clicking the buttons on the front panel. The tube warmed up and familiar white noise started dancing on the black screen. I almost reached out to turn on the VCR, but when the noise calmed down and a blurry image appeared for a moment— no jump scare, please. Oh my god, are you kidding me? It was dark taiga forest, just like the— who's talking? Just so— oh gosh, just like the one outside my window. The picture split the screen in half. Something creepy resembling human speech would come out of the speakers. I'd be so freaked out if I saw this as a kid. I mean, even if I saw it now, I'd be so freaked out. Just a few moments later, the scenery was again overshadowed by noise. Did it catch some rogue signal? Local TV station only really shows Soviet cartoons, and even that was pretty rare. And only just recently I used to always watch Robotech before school. It was so awesome. Cartoons before school. Maybe I should tinker with an antenna. What if I catch this channel again? On the other hand, Oya had asked me to find the tape. It wouldn't be nice to disappoint her. But in my sleepy state, I didn't even have the strength to do all of it. Oh, okay. Search for the— we're watching Peter Pan, right? Oh. I shifted through the shelves of dolls and blue hippos from Kinder Surprise. I found the tape I needed thanks to its shabby spine. Okay. I got the black rectangle from its box. Oh, this is so reminiscent. What I did as a kid too. The tape inside it rustled while rewinding to the beginning. The rustle was lulling me to sleep. Drowsiness attacked me while I was squatting before the TV. Images whirled in my head. Me and Oya flying above the forest, tumbling in the soft clouds. Oh, he's falling asleep. My little sister is laughing, but her smile becomes more and more forced with every passing second. I notice that the clouds underneath us part, bearing the bristly pine tops. Swampy darkness slumped among the trees. The wings are no longer able to hold us. And Oya?
Ты не смотришь без меня?
You haven't started without me, have you? Oh, she brought snacks or tea? Aww. My sister brought the tray with unevenly cut bread and a whole can of condensed milk. Oh yeah, that's right, the bread and the milk. I rolled my eyes.
Нет,
No,
садись.
come sit.
Мама с папой опять ругаются.
Mom and Dad are arguing again.
У них сейчас период
They're
такой.
going through rough times.
Глупый какой-то период.
Rough times are lame, bro. On the screen, Wendy was hiding Peter Pan's shadow in the dresser. Oya was entertained by the cartoonish dog Nana. I don't know.
Может, и нам родители собачку купят?
Maybe Mom and Dad will buy us a dog too.
Ага, как же.
Yeah, right.
В Небыляндии у меня будет
I have my
своя
own dog in the
собственная
Neverland, a
собака.
cat and a parrot. Oya smeared a slice of bread with a thick layer of condensed milk and handed it to me.
А у
Have you
тебя
lost
все
all your
молочные
baby
зубы
teeth?
выпали?
I think about it, I've never watched Peter Pan.
Конечно.
Obviously. Oya frowned deep in thought.
У Питера Пэна
Peter
зубы
Pan has
молочные.
baby teeth. Oh,
Вдруг со
what if they
взрослыми
won't
зубами
let
тебя
you
не
go
пустят в
to
его
his land with
страну?
adult teeth?
Мы что-нибудь обязательно
We'll think of
придумаем.
something.
Попросим папу
We'll ask
исправить
Dad
тебе
to alter your
возраст,
age in the passport.
С чего это папа
And why
будет
would Dad
документы
forge
подделывать?
documents? Oya took a bite from the sandwich and started talking with her mouth full.
Будет. Мама говорила, что он так делал. А я подслушала.
I heard they did before. Yep.
Смотри, уши
You got
вырастут,
ears
как у
as big as
Дамбо.
Dumbo's. Oya got worried and touched her ears. I smiled to myself. This is such a wholesome moment. Melissa was silent now. She just devoured bread, watching the adventures of Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and James Hook. As she got sucked into the fairy tale Neverland. Oh my god. To be honest, I also imagine myself there in a land where no one ages, where no one argues over little things, where no one listens to fights and the sound of broken plates at night. No, these kids have gone through too much. I felt like I was dreaming with my eyes still open. Then my sister's scream pulled me back to reality.
Тоша,
Oh,
скорее,
shut the curtains fast!
Зачем?
Why?
Никто же
No
на
one's
тебя не
watching you.
смотрит.
The owl! It's dark when it's dark, the owl comes. I'm scared. I got out of bed fighting my drowsiness and closed the curtains. Oops, I didn't mean to cut off their voice acting. Whoopsies. My bad. Didn't mean to do that. Wait, close that. I did my best not to look outside towards the treetops, towards the taiga forest, which seemingly drew closer and closer. Of course, it was just a visual effect from shadows of branches scraping the snow.
Тоша, мама думает, что я напридумывала про сову.
Tosha, Mom thinks I made the owl up.
И папа считает, что раз я маленькая, это значит врушка.
And Dad too, he thinks I'm a liar since I'm
А
small.
сова есть.
But the owl exists.
Вот честная-пречестная, есть она.
Honestly, it does.
Ты же мне веришь,
You believe me, right?
что она там и каждую ночь прилетает и...
That it comes every night and... I swiftly grabbed Oya's hand and looked her into the eyes. I was trying to transfer at least some of my courage and determinations. But did I really have those
Я
qualities?
тебе верю, слышишь?
Yes, I believe you are,
Ты
right?
только родителям больше не рассказывай про сову.
Just don't nag our parents about it anymore.
У них и так хлопот по горло, они только рассердятся.
They're already dealing with a lot, so they'll just get mad at you.
Ты мне говори, если что случится.
Don't tell me if anything
И
happens.
в окно не смотри.
And don't look out the window.
Но она хочет, чтобы я смотрела.
But it wants me to look. And that's creepy.
Перехочет.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, you show him who's boss. Don't look into his
Притворись,
eyes.
что ее нет и не было никогда, что она выдумка, как родители говорят.
Act like it doesn't exist. It never existed. Like it's made up, just like Mom and Dad
Ей
says.
ждать надоест, она улетит.
I get tired waiting and fly away. That's some pretty solid advice. Solid advice. Okay. We followed Peter Pan's adventure as if nothing had happened, as if the forest had kidnapped kids, as if our parents weren't tearing each other apart bit by bit. Oh, so he stayed up for the whole movie. Captain Hook was running away from the crocodile, and Captain Pan was headed to London on a gilded sailboat. By some miracle, I lasted longer than my little sister. Oh, Oya's eyelid had dropped. She started snorting lightly, resting her chin on the side of the bed. I stood up and left Oya's room. I was looking out the window, studying the field, when Mom peeked into my room.
Довольно была
Enough
с
playing
тобой.
around.
Завтра
It's your
первый
first day
день
of school tomorrow.
Ложись
Go to
тебе на
bed. You
кровать.
should sleep properly.
Не хочешь же ты, чтобы тебя все дразнили Соней?
Oops, I didn't mean to cut them off again. You don't want to be teased for being sleepy, right? Adults think everything is so simple. as if sound sleep would ensure my classmate would like me. I forgot about that. I covered myself with a blanket up to my neck and listened to the house humming to something invisible rustling in the corners. Yeah, going to like a school, a new school is always very nerve-wracking. I was a new kid quite a bit. Anyways, my inner voice had questions for me. Do I want to hear the mysterious flute again? Yes or no? Maybe it's just a part of growing up and I can't fully understand my own desires. The forest well behind the barrier that was my walls. Some ethereal entity wandered the fields. Branches shook as if calling for me. The wind howled on in the night. My thoughts were like annoying flies that entered my head before a week entangled. I didn't notice how I fell into a slumber. Oh, True Detective 1. It has come, after all. The day I fear the most, the first day of a new school term. Oh, that's it. Episode 2, Time to Play With You. Oh, that's creepy. Okay, well that's the first episode. Longer than I thought it was gonna be. I'm so tired of reading, and I know I mispronounced everything because I can't read. So I think I'm gonna do episode 2 in another video. Time for me to play Sekiro. And happy Halloween to everyone. Till next time. Bye!